Hello and welcome to day 7 of the 30 days of ads in April. And if you are listening to this on the podcast expecting the normal show, then you may find a surprise that you have 7 days of episodes to go back and catch up on. We have been doing an episode every single day in the month of April, and we will continue to do these for the entire April every single day. You'll get a new video, you'll get a new podcast episode so that you can use this time at home while you may find yourself with some extra time on your hand to learn Facebook and Instagram ads. And my hope is that this content that we release in April will help you set yourself up for online success, set yourself up to reach more people and make an even bigger impact in more people's lives with what it is that you teach online. Today is an important day. Today is an important episode. This is the foundation of what makes my work different to other Facebook ads managers' work, to other people who teach Facebook ads. What I'm going to teach you today is tried and tested and proven in the client accounts that we worked with, but also in my own account, which was dormant for a very long time, where I did not run any ads and I did not do any social media. And so I have firsthand experience of the challenges that people face when they are just starting out with Facebook ads. And it was like this unsurmountable, unclimbable mountain that I uncovered when I started running ads for my own business. And even though I had all the knowledge, all the experience of running ads, I found that the uphill battle was too hard to climb until I discovered what I'm going to share with you today. So today, in day 7, we are going to look at how to hack the algorithm so that you can get even bigger ad results. And what you're going to learn in this episode is you will find out why running ads in 2020 and starting your business in 2020, even in this new environment where we're at now, is harder than it was in 2017, and running ads is different. And unfortunately, for so long, we've been trained to run ads the 2017 way, but that does not work if you're starting from scratch in 2020. So I'm going to teach you in today's lesson exactly why it's different for someone starting out today versus someone who already has 50,000 followers on their Facebook account, or who already has an email list of 10,000 people or more. I'm going to show you how to tap into the power of the algorithm so you can unlock its full potential and use this incredibly powerful tool, Facebook and Instagram ads, to your advantage right from the get-go. A lot of people tend to wait to start using ads until they have some success. And there's a giant catch-22 in that. I'm going to teach you how to get started the right way so you can start building traction that's going to pay off triple-fold down the track. And I'm going to show you the one ad every single person should be running. And it's an ad that we run for every one of our clients in the agency. It is an ad that everyone has to be running to be giving the algorithm what the algorithm needs. Now, if you are listening to this on the podcast, I do want to encourage you to go to shineandsucceed.com/ads in April, where you'll be able to watch the video of this training, or you can just go to our website and find it on the podcast page for day 7. You will find it there. I want you to watch the video because there's some visual elements to this training that I'd love for you to see. But if you are listening, that's fine. Keep listening. You will definitely know exactly what we're talking about. But perhaps later on, go back and watch the video. Now, there was a day back in 2018, January 2018, that Mark Zuckerberg announced to the world that the algorithm is going to change. And it was a devastating day for the marketing community. Everyone stopped breathing for a few minutes, and it was as if he announced coronavirus is here. it was a giant day, and there was a lot of uncertainty and nobody knew what was going to happen, because what Mark said is that from now on, the algorithm will favor the content of friends and family over that of promoters. Now, if you ask yourself, how does the algorithm know who our friends and family is? How does the algorithm figure that out? The algorithm is a computer. The only way it can figure that out is through engagement. So what Mark really was saying is that if we want our ads to appear in the news feeds of our ideal customers, we need to be creating engaging content. We need to be leading with engagement, not with marketing pushy messages. Now, you're not leading with pushy messages anyway, because you've been hanging out with me for long enough. You know to lead with value, but are you leading with engagement? Because even if you're leading with a lead magnet, you are still asking for a conversion before you've given the algorithm engagement. And this is even more important if you are just starting from scratch. So before the algorithm change, it worked like this. You started a business, you created a Facebook page, you created an Instagram account, and you started hustling your hiney off on social media. And that worked. You got lots of engagement, or lots of organic traffic, you got lots of followers, you got lots of likes. And if you worked hard enough and you were on social all day long, that's fantastic. You got lots of engagement, you got plenty of likes. And likes used to matter. It used to be a key indicator that you're doing something right, is if you're getting likes. And the pixel really was the only way for the algorithm to learn where to find the best conversions. The algorithm used to be a computer program. It used to be a computer program that just can only learn maybe one or two steps. Then after they changed the algorithm, what happened was organic reach dropped tremendously. That's when everyone started saying Facebook is now a pay-to-play platform. In other words, if you're not paying Facebook's not showing your content to people, which is not true. You can still get organic engagement, but your content still needs to be engaging, right? Your getting people to your blog posts is not going to work because Facebook doesn't want you to send them off of Facebook. Getting people to your lead magnets on Facebook is not going to work unless you're paying for it. But you also need to be creating engaging content. So likes doesn't matter anymore, but engaged likes matter. Facebook has threatened so many times to take the likes count away because it is a vanity metric. What matters is how many of the people who like your page are actually engaged with your page. And the algorithm pays no attention to the number of likes. It only pays attention to the engagement, which means if you have 50,000 engaged followers, you're doing great. If you have 50 engaged followers, you're doing great too, but you need to build it up and use those engagements. But if you have 50,000 unengaged followers, you're going to struggle just as much as anyone who's starting out from scratch. So likes do not matter anymore. And now the algorithm is no longer a computer system, but it is a very smart artificial intelligence. It literally is the stuff we watch movies about when the robots become smarter than the humans because they know how our brains work and they can anticipate our moves. And that is literally exactly what the algorithm is it is an artificial intelligence. So before January 2018, you can start a social media page and hustle to get followers. Followers sees your posts because it goes into their news feeds because they liked your page and they engage with it. You build your email list by inviting them on social media to download your lead magnet, and you see conversions go up and up and up, and your email list grows and you are on your way. Now, if you're starting your business in 2020, there's this horrible catch-22 to how things work now. If you have a low number of followers, it is likely that you have low engagement on your page. If you have low engagement on your page, that means that the algorithm is not being fed what it requires in order to learn where your ideal customers are and how to find them. So if you do then start running ads to your lead magnet for your list building or for your webinar, you are going to pay through the roof for your conversions. Those conversions will be incredibly expensive. And therefore, just getting your foot in the Facebook ads door becomes nearly impossible. There's a much higher barrier to entry if you're just starting in 2020 and you're trying to start in 2020 with what used to work in 2017, which is to run ads for your conversion ads, your list building ads. Unless you hang out with me and I can teach you how to use the algorithm to build engagement so that you can build your audience faster, so that you can train the algorithm to find your ideal people long before you've asked them for a conversion. And then strategically, once you've trained the algorithm, start to grow your email list without wasting your money. So let's talk about how to train the algorithm. How on earth do you train the algorithm when you're just starting out? I want you to imagine that the algorithm is one of those AI robots from the movies. If you saw the movie, I think it was AI. I think the movie was called AI with Robin Williams. He was one of those AI robots. I love that. I love that movie. Literally think of the algorithm as an AI robot. Now that AI robot needs two things to get smarter. It needs engagement, which it gets from your engaging content and from your engagement ads. And it needs the pixel on your website so that it can start learning who goes there and who converts once they get there. So two things, engagement and the pixel which tracks conversions. That's the two things the algorithm needs to get smarter. Now, at first, when you start a new business or you start a new ad account and you start a new page, your algorithm can do very little things. He's asleep and he's rusty and he can only do very basic moves. My daughter is doing programming at school and they are literally learning to program a turtle to walk in a square. So at this point, she's 8 years old. She can program her computer to walk in a square. When you start out, all your artificial intelligence robot can do is walk in a square. That's all it can do. But then it learns that you like it to walk in a square at 7 a.m. every morning. So now that it's learned that, then it's automatically going to walk in a square at 7 a.m. in the morning, for example. It learns from the inputs you give it. When you ask your robot, your artificial intelligence robot, to go and get you conversions, if the robot doesn't even know what your ideal customer looks like who's going to engage with you, the robot is going to struggle. The algorithm will struggle to find the right people, and you will end up paying much more for your leads than you should be paying. And then what happens is you decide you're going to feed him engagement. You're going to start feeding the robot the data so that the robot can learn who the people are that engages. Remember, Facebook wants friends and family. They know who friends and family are through engagement. So you start feeding the robot engagement and you give the robot what the robot wants. You give it engagement. Now it's getting smarter and smarter and smarter and smarter, and it's learning where to find your ideal customer who's going to have a two-way conversation with you. and it learns where to find your followers. Now, the spillover effect of that is it starts training your pixel. Your pixel on your website gets a little bit smarter because more people find your website. And every time someone clicks to your website, the robot takes note. Who is this person? How old is this person? What gender is this person? Where does this person live? What other interests does this person have? It learns from that. And it gets smarter and smarter so that it can find your ideal clients much easier. So finally, you have a massive engaged audience who loves your social media content, who gobbles it up each time you post. It's there and they want to engage with it. And your email list starts to grow every day at a conversion cost that you can actually afford. And you know that you are getting closer and closer and closer to your online course launch date, or closer and closer to your online business dreams, because you were smart enough to start feeding the algorithm what the algorithm needs long before you were ready to sell something, long before you got to the point where you were like, okay, let's start running webinar ads. So how does this apply to you? This is where we undo the catch-22 that we talked about earlier. This is where we go back to the catch-22 and we say, hold on, instead of letting this be a mountain that we can't climb, how about we take it one step at a time? And we start by feeding the algorithm what the algorithm needs while we're still on a low budget. And you can start running engagement ads for as little as $5 a day. If you have $5 or $10 a day, you start running engagement ads. You start training your algorithm to give you, to know where your ideal customer is. Because if you're running ads for engagement, you will see more followers on your Facebook and Instagram page and profile. More followers will be more engaged. More engaged followers lead to more visitors to your website. More visitors to your website starts to train your pixel. More visitors on your website opting in for your freebies trains your pixel even more. But all of that would have been like an ant eating an elephant if you just started without using the algorithm to your advantage. But because you're smart and you're going to use the algorithm to your advantage when you're still small and just starting out, and you're going to give the algorithm what the algorithm needs, you're going to get traction so much faster, my friend. So what happens after this? Now, I want to hear your comments about this. I want to hear your thoughts about this. I shared this with my students inside A-Lister, and one of them said, oh my goodness, understanding this has helped me understand why my ads have never worked. This is important stuff. This is big stuff. This is a massive mindset shift. And this is different to what other Facebook ads trainers who started their businesses 5 or 10 years ago or has 50,000 followers on their page. It's different to what they're teaching you because they haven't suffered through it the way I have. They didn't have to discover it the way I did because I knew we were already running engagement ads for our clients in the agency. And when I started running conversion ads for myself, it was so expensive until I started training the algorithm with engagement. And then it got better and better and better. And recently, with the drop in ad costs due to coronavirus, I've almost cut my ad costs in like 4 times less than it was. So, my friend, I want to hear from you, and I would love for you to sign up to get all 30 days of this training. Go to shineandsucceed.com/ads in April. And then you'll be able to get all of the lessons that we're teaching in the next 30 days. You'll get all the freebies that goes with it. You'll get all that content. And you can come hang out with us in the Shine Show podcast posse Facebook group. And you'll find that if you go to shineandsucceed.com/podcast group. Come and hang out with us. Let's have a conversation about this. I trust that you're well. I trust that I just want to send love to you. I just want to send love to you wherever you are right now. I hope this video finds you well. Take really good care of yourself. Take good care of your family. Be well, and let me know if there's any way I can help you learn Facebook ads or anything else. Take care. Bye.